What if I told you that the men and boys walking silently in their robes, holding a bowl in their hands, are not begging, but offering you something priceless? I've spent a lot of time in places where monks walk silently with bowls, and something always struck me about it. Not the act of receiving, but what happens in the space between. It's an invitation to generosity, to mindfulness, maybe even to a deeper connection. Today, I want to explore what these bowls mean, not just to monks, but maybe to all of us. A monk's bowl, often called an alms bowl, is a simple round vessel carried by Buddhist monks during their daily rounds of collecting food and other items they need for the day. It symbolizes humility and dependence on the kindness of others, but it also offers lay people a chance to give and make spiritual merit. When I first saw monks walking with their bowls, I wasn't sure what to make of it. I just assumed it was begging. It seemed like begging. You're walking around with a bowl, you're walking up the streets, and you're watching people put food and other items into this bowl. But it's not about begging, it's about the space in between. It's about inviting others to participate in something larger than themselves. Traditionally, monk bowls were made of clay, but nowadays they're more commonly crafted from iron or steel. The shape is round, and though you can purchase beautiful decorative souvenir bowls, most bowls are usually unadorned and meant to hold only what's needed. Some bowls are hand hammered and passed down from monk to monk, acquiring dents and scratches like spiritual battle scars. Once, when my parents visited my family in Thailand, we went on a mission to find the Bon Bat community in the middle of Bangkok. Getting from Texas to Thailand was probably easier than finding this community, and that usually includes stops on the West Coast like LA or San Francisco, as well as stops in somewhere like Tokyo or Korea. But with patience and several tuk-tuk rides, which included drivers taking us to souvenir shops we didn't want to visit, rather than the requested destination, we did find the neighborhood. In a small, smoky alley, where tools and materials scattered into the street, we found what we came for. The air smelled of the heated metal and carried the clanging sounds of a hammer at work. My parents selected a beautiful ornate bowl, while I opted for the common stainless steel version. When I left the shop, the seller said to me, "This bowl will hold only your intention." So here's my bowl. But it's not about the bowl. It's about what you bring to it. What's in the bowl isn't as important as the intention that fills it. In that moment, watching monks receive gifts, I didn't realize what it meant. But now every time I look in the bowl, I think about intention. We carry our own bowls, don't we? Filled with our hopes, doubts, and desires. In Theravada Buddhism, monks live by a strict code called Vinaya, which includes not preparing their own food. So every morning, they walk silently, allowing people to give them food freely. So this isn't about survival. This quiet, ancient ritual is about generosity. And generosity is something that transcends religion. Generosity is human. The monk's presence is a reminder. He's not asking for anything. He's simply creating space for people to be kind, for people to earn merit. You know, the monk's bowl isn't a container for food. It's a container for something much bigger. And it's a place where we, the givers, get a chance to experience what it means to be truly generous. In a way, it's a spiritual mirror, and that's the irony of it. While the monk receives, you are the one who is spiritually fed. Monks receive whatever's given: rice, fruit, noodles, sometimes toiletries or medicine. Sometimes it's special or symbolic, like folding money into a lotus flower. It's strange, beautiful, and it always makes me think, if we're all just searching for something bigger, isn't that the universal gesture? I mean, when you think about it, this is a global thing, not just Buddhism. Giving is a thread that runs through every culture, every tradition. From banknotes in a monk's bowl to coins in a collection plate, across time and space, humans are offering something, anything, to make sense of this life, to fill that hole we feel. During a Catholic Mass, a collection plate makes its way down the pews, often more than once. It's not just about church maintenance, it's about participation. Folded money or checks dropped in silence, prayers whispered, these are acts of faith. Many Protestant churches have a tradition of giving tithes, 10% of your income, to express gratitude and trust. It's voluntary, yet deeply rooted in the spirit of giving. In Islam, giving is sacred. The giving of alms for the poor is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, where even a simple smile is considered charity. In Judaism, giving is a moral duty, not just charity. Whether it's coins in a box or supporting a cause, the goal is a fairer world. In Hinduism, devotees offer food to gods and receive blessings in exchange. It's a cosmic exchange. In Southeast Asia, spirit houses sit outside homes and shops. There are many temples for local spirits. People leave rice, flowers, cigarettes, and yes, soda. The belief, take care of the spirits and they'll take care of you. Sikh temples around the world serve langar, a free meal for everyone, no matter your background, beliefs, or bank account. Volunteers cook and serve as a form of service. The food is simple, and so is the message: equality, dignity, and shared humanity. In Japan, offerings of sake, rice, and salt are made to the kami, the spirits of nature in Shintoism. It's about harmony with nature and gratitude for life's little blessings. Even trees get gifts. It's the spiritual version of leave no trace. In many indigenous cultures, offerings are made to ancestors, earth spirits, or the elements. Cornmeal, feathers, beads, even smoke. These aren't just rituals, they're relationships rooted in respect and reciprocity with the living world. Across time, culture, and creed, people feel the urge to give. And whether that's rice or fruit in a bowl, or money in a collection plate, or even a Fanta in a spirit house, these offerings aren't about the object, they're about connection. The act of giving is universal. Religion may divide us, but this shared need to give, to search, to belong, this is something that unites us. And maybe, just maybe, that connection is the closest thing we have to a universal God, not one built from dogma or doctrine, but one built from our common longing to love, to give, and to belong. Thank you.